What's happening, guys? My name is Zach. I am from Channel 7 of the TGN Network, and I'm going to bring you today some Cinema 4D top tips. These are my top tips, so if you don't agree with some, that's not a problem. I want you to write that in the comment section below, and we could do it a users top tips special, okay? These are my professional tips, the best ones I think that I can offer you. I will be doing tutorials soon for the Channel 7 of the TGN, and also for my personal channel. All the links in this video will be in the description below. So yeah, let's get started on the top tips. My first top tip is constantly save your work. I know that's quite obvious, but it's just there. Save and save as. You save originally, name it what you want, and then save as. Or the other way around, that's what I meant. So you constantly save your work, yeah? That's the best thing I can say. That's top tip number 1, okay? Top tip number 2 is to save your work with the correct video size. That's very important. I usually use HDTV 1080, 29.97 frames per second. It's large. It's 1080p, and it's probably the best quality one you can get. You can obviously increase the frame rate if that's what you're going for. Go away. You can also save it. I usually save mine as a TIFF, which is a PSD layer, if I'm going to put it into After Effects afterwards. Just be careful in doing this. Make sure you create a file, as you'll have 300 different frames. Yeah, sorry. If you have 300 different frames, you'll have 300 pictures on your desktop. So make sure you put it into a folder and name that folder whatever you're working with, yeah? So you won't lose it. Okay, my next top tip is lighting. Use clever lighting, use your own lighting, and it's not actually quite difficult to create lighting. You can actually create materials for lighting with luminance on, and that will light up any area with a reflection, and it's a lot better. It actually a lot crisper than any of the other lights that Cinema 4D has to offer. I mean, the area light's not too bad, and the spotlight isn't too bad, and sunlight's quite useful. Just make sure you're using the correct lighting for the correct thing. If you're doing an animation and you want the sun in a certain direction, make sure all your lights go in that one direction, because rather than mix matching it, because it won't look like it's real. So yeah, I'd recommend doing that. Next top tip is download plugins. Plugins are very useful and quite important in some cases. I mean, you can do everything that a plugin has to offer, but the plugin allows it to be quicker and a lot simpler. For example, Throwsy allows you to break up objects into lots of different pieces, which is quite useful, rather than doing it bit by bit. And V-Ray is a very, very, very cool bit of software that allows you to render in much better quality, which is quite useful if you want to get more professionalism out of your work. Next top tip is keep your workspace tidy. If you've got about 1 million different things, like this, yeah, I'll just quickly get loads in, yeah. If you've got loads of this, just group them up. All you have to do is click Alt-G. I'm not sure what it is if you're on a Mac, but Alt-G, and you've got a group there. And if that's the one part of it, there's your first part, and you just rename this whatever you want. So we'll name this like Part 1, yeah. And then if you wanted to make a duplicate of that, rather than duplicating each part, you've actually got 2 there now. So try and keep your workspace tidy. That's probably the best thing, because it stops you getting confused, and it makes sure you name everything as well. That's another top tip. And just make sure you name everything, because it makes your life so much easier. And I've got a couple of modelling tips. I'm not sure how you guys how you take this, but my modelling top tips is try and plan what you're going to do before you do it. Don't just jump straight in thinking, yeah, I'm going to be able to do this. Anything I've ever created, I've actually made quite a few cool things. I've made a jet. If you check out my channel, it's on there. I made that pretty much from scratch, and I had to don't show me this message again, thank you. Right, so yeah, plan out your your modelling. Make sure that's you plan it out, and make sure you know which bits are going to go where before you start. If you're ever struggling with modelling, there is a lot of sites where you can actually download free models. If you was to visit tgn.tv and go into handbooks, there is a couple of links on there actually to some free modelling 3D model websites, which are very useful. I've used them before. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I've downloaded 3D models before, and I'm not ashamed of the fact that I've used them. But if I say on a video that I've created this, it means I have created it. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. This is my Cinema 4D Pro tips. I'll be bringing out some more tutorials soon on anything you guys want me to. I will happily do anything you guys ask, whether it be modelling tutorial, lighting, reflection, anything you ask, and I'll do it. I'll make sure I read every comment, or as much as I can, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Thank you for watching. See you in a bit.